Good Thursday practice. Basically, I've put in our entire game plan right now for Ohio State. We'll have a short practice tomorrow as far as review. Give the kids a weekend off and then come back and have 2 really good physical practices on Monday and Tuesday before letting the kids have a little bit of a Christmas break for a couple days, and then we'll get on a plane on the 23rd and go down and repeat the work week and get ready for a great Ohio State game. As far as the injury front, we just held one player today. That was Bubba Bolden with a hip flexor. I would imagine he would be back either tomorrow or Monday, but that's the only thing new on the injury front. With that, I'll take any questions that you got.
How's Voorhees looked since?
He's good. He's back. Yeah, he's cleared concussion protocol, and he's actually back working with us.
You gave 2 scholarships out last night, kicker and a punter. How was
definitely.
that?
So proud for Reed and Chase. Obviously, when you step into that realm, come in as a walk-on, compete, as we say, best player plays. Those kids come in, they compete, they win the job, and then you see how productive they've been over the entire year. It was neat to do it in that setting in front of our entire team and our Trojan family, and felt it was the right time. So it was a very special moment for those kids as well as our football family.
Did the room seem pretty surprised?
Always. It's always nice to do those things. Our kids are so close, and they love those two kids, and they've won ball games for us. So to be able to do that in front of their parents, in front of our players, our wives, just our whole family, it was a neat moment.
Was there any disappointment on your part when Chenna didn't get any recognition at all from the AP?
I think that Chenna is one of the more special players in college football there is today right now. I know he's made one All-American team on another site, and I know this. He is going to be playing this game for a long time. To see how productive he has been at his position, and only has been playing the position for 2 years, his value, I think, not only for us, but at the next level. He's played as a stack linebacker. He's played as a Sam linebacker and an under front. He's played as a stand-up defensive end. He's kind of that Von Miller-esque type player that I think really, really can carry over to Sundays in the NFL. So somebody's going to be very, very happy with his talents. He's been one of the better kept secrets around here, and I'm so glad he's had the senior year that he's had. He's really put himself in a position where a lot of teams are going to want this kid.
Clay, growing up some in Houston, do you have any history personally growing up with the Cotton Bowl?
Being in Texas, you knew how classic this bowl game was. It's an important game, not only I think to the state of Texas, but to the nation. This is one of those elite bowl games, one of those January 6 bowls that 12 teams are fighting for those positions, and to be a part of it is an honor. And to play Ohio State in it it makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. So I did grow up with it.
Did you grow up? Did you ever go to the games?
I got to be in the Cotton Bowl and play in the Cotton Bowl one time, as far as not the game, but actually at the bowl site. Obviously, it's moved, thank goodness, because Dallas can be cold. It can be really cold as far as being outside. But I never actually got to go to the game. I used to, but we did play in the old stadium one time.
Who'd you play, or was it SMU?
It was when I was at the University of Houston, and I can't remember the actual team, but we played with my dad down there when I was at the University of Houston.
So
at the Cotton Bowl, but not in the Cotton Bowl.
Not in the Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
So you don't remember how you did?
I can't remember, I'll be honest with you. A lot of ball games in between there. A lot of ball games in between that. That's probably about 27 years ago, somewhere in there.
What about just the recruiting period? What kind of wrinkles that caused for you, especially this week? Aren't you guys done on the road Saturday recruiting?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles, as well as practices, and it's been a new dynamic for us, I'll be honest, from not only your January, your spring enrollees that are coming in, but also young men that are basically have made their decision, and even though they're May, June graduates, they're deciding that, hey, I want to shut down recruiting. So the December 1st, we start going out, but there's 10 teams that were out there playing in conference championship games. So you really didn't get to go out that week. So this last week has been a mad scramble, both with practice as well as jumping on planes. I've been from Ohio to Hawaii, and I think I've seen about 12 kids in the past week in their homes and getting around to those kids that are making decisions, actually leaving here right from here to go to another one. So it's been one of those times. It's been a little bit hectic, but that's part of it.
You leaving here on a plane or a train or?
I'm
in your
driving
car?
this time. I got about a 2-hour drive.
What about? Do you have any sense about how many kids you're looking to sign for this early one?
Just a guesstimate. I think we'll sign maybe close to half our class in here. I don't want to give you an actual number, but I think we'll be somewhere in the half range. We've usually averaged in my time here anywhere from 5 to 10 early enrollees, and we'll be in that kind of in that area again.
Do you have a general feeling whether or not you like this or not? As an addition to college
I know
football?
I'm a very tired person right now, but it will be. I think it'll be good on the back end because you'll have a lot clearer picture of who's with you and who's left out there. But it has been a little bit hectic here. But I think in January it's going to clear up a lot of things where is this kid alive or has he already made a decision? Is he with you? So I think on the back end it's going to be a little bit easier.
If you were to have 18 guys that want to sign on the 20th, would that create an issue for you?
I don't think that there's going to be that many. I think just from what I've seen thus far, the spring enrollees are right now they're going to sign, and then you're going to have a handful. It wasn't as many as I thought it would be. The influx. I think a lot of kids, as you know, are still playing in games. There's still the state championships are this weekend, and then we go on a dead period. So a lot of kids aren't taking their officials that are May and June graduates till January, and there's 3 open weekends during that time. So I think a lot of kids are still out there trying to make decisions. The ones that it's really sped up for has been the midterm enrollees.
So signing. Go ahead, Jay.
Usually, some of the bowl practices, you get a chance to look at younger guys, underclassmen. Is there anybody who's maybe stood out this week, guys who you get to see more of than you would during a normal game week?
We've been able to play a lot of our twos, and I think it's helped our young wideouts and DBs really be able to jump out there and do some nice things. It's been nice to even get some of the guys that have been injured back out there on the field a little bit. Isaiah Polamalu was out there today. Greg Johnson was out there today. Not getting in contact work, but just being back out on the field and having them back out there is nice. We finished finals from last week, so our academics are behind us. So you have the Jamel Cook back out there, and some of our younger wide receivers. Trayvon Sidney, I think, really has had a great week at receiver. So it is a nice time for I think our skilled kids to really be able to get a little bit of extra work.
You mentioned Greg Johnson. Are you able to get a medical red shirt for him?
Yeah. We actually did that prior to Game 4, and that was part of the decision. So we went ahead and fixed the shoulder, and we'll be able to file that, and it should be a slam dunk on that. So we should get that year back.
Just back on the recruiting thing, quick. Normally National Signing Day is somewhat of a holiday around here, right?
Yeah.
How do you do that now with a December 20th date and then later in February? Do you have a war room type thing, or
I
still?
believe, and I'll lean on Tim here, but I believe we're going to keep it very similar from the media standpoint of how we normally do things. We won't have our classic recruiting celebration until February when the whole class comes together. But obviously kids are making decisions, and Monday and Tuesday will be important days. It's a dead period, but it's just like a signing day. I mean, we're all going to be up here on the 20th and hoping the ones that we think are coming. And hopefully the ink dries fast and we can count them as Trojans.
Let's do one more. Good.
All righty, guys. Thank you.